Now, is this the beginning of a new era in Asia? After years of tension, clashes and mistrust, the world's two largest countries, that is India and China, are now attempting to, what one may say, rewriting their story. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh, in fact, sat down with his Chinese counterpart for their first meeting since the military disengagement in Ladakh earlier this week in Laos. Not only this, in fact, External Affairs Minister Dr Jaishankar also met with his Chinese counterpart Wang Yi on the sidelines of the Rio G20 summit in Brazil. The stakes, in fact, couldn't have been higher. And the question remains, are these two giants of Asia finally heading towards peace and growth, or is this just another blip given the fact that there are still thorny issues that need to be resolved? The very fact that the two defense ministers were able to sit down and talk after the violent clashes 4 years back in Galwan Valley is nothing short of what one may see as remarkable. Coast of Galwan, of course, still remain, and there's good reason for that. And in fact, we'll tell you exactly what Defense Minister also said, that quote that is flashing on your screens. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh made it clear to his counterpart, the Chinese counterpart, that Galwan-like incidents must be avoided at all costs. A firm stance, a clear message: India is no longer willing to let its guard down. That's essentially what the big message was. And in the world of geopolitics, these are not just words, they are the foundations for future relations. And Defense Minister's statement highlight New Delhi's refusal to roll over when it comes to any Chinese aggression. India's military response to China's expansionist ambitions in Ladakh was a pivotal moment. It wasn't just a boundary dispute, it was a check on the dragon's regional power play, a wake-up call that the tiger wouldn't just lie down. And now, as the dust settles, both sides are looking at a new horizon. The latest round of talks follows a crucial meeting that took place between Dr Jaishankar and his Chinese counterpart in the Foreign Ministry on the sidelines of the G20 summit. These discussions focused on economic cooperation, border security, and further evidence that both sides are willing to now take the discussion forward, given that now ties are out of the freeze. Not only this, both nations have agreed to explore resuming direct flights, and a move that could reinvigorate both trade, tourism, and of course people-to-people ties. They're also looking at kick-starting the Kailash Mansarovar, a very important pilgrimage visit for India. In fact, now the question is this a diplomatic thaw, or is it a turning point as far as India-China relations? The Chinese Foreign Ministry has called it, quote-unquote, a starting point, a new starting point for the bilateral partnership. But as any seasoned diplomat knows, there is a lot more as far as these comments are concerned. But the tip of the iceberg, really, the real test will be as to what will follow from here on. And that is really the key question to watch out for. That will India and China, will it be a mix of cooperation, or will there also be some competition? And that could happen given the fact that they will have to work together when it comes to Trump tariffs. They will have to collaborate given the fact that they have common goals regarding trade. They will possibly compete when it comes to regional supremacy in Asia. And at times there could be confrontation, which cannot be ruled out given their border disputes.